Hello Capricorn, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy bringing you your December 2024 general reading. We're looking at the first half of December, and this is for the Earth sign of Capricorn. Welcome, thanks for being here, for taking the time to watch these videos. It's a blessing to be able to create them, and you watching it makes you part of that gift as well, so thank you. Those of you who like, share, subscribe, and also donate to my channel, my gratitude to you as well. So, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is your video. And cross-watchers, if you're cross-watching for a Capricorn, it is also relevant for you as well. It's a general reading. Of course, it might resonate a little differently for everyone who watches, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If you know any of your other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, it's helpful to watch those videos as well for additional insight and perspective. If something really hits home, it really resonates with you, and you'd like to take a deeper look at something and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, we are in the holiday season, and personal readings do make great gifts. If you're interested in that, or you simply like the reading style, you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can also see that contact information by clicking the description of this video, clicking that word more. I would love to hear from you. I can usually get back to you quickly, the same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide variety of reading choices, all areas of life, different types, lengths, costs, styles, spreads, something in there for everyone. The 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at all different areas of your life for the next 6 or 12 months, are also pretty popular this time of year, you know, as we're ending one annual cycle and beginning another one, so something to keep in mind as well. I am also quite diligent and focused on the timely scheduling of personal readings as I do this full time. It's all that I do. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the first half of December 2024 is bringing in for you. For those of you who like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. And we begin with the Sun and the Knight of Swords. Coming into a period of, it looks like a very good period you're coming into here. A time of action here with the Knight of Swords. The Sun, it may be that you've been through quite a bit, but you're coming out of it now. And now is the time to move forward. Harmony, healing, and action. Next we have the Two of Swords. With the Page of Coins, there may be an opportunity in front of you that you're considering, but you're feeling a bit stuck. Two of Swords is our kind of stuck at the crossroads kind of card. And it implies that the decision is going to have to be made based on internal stuff, not external stuff, meaning, you know, kind of trying to balance that duality between head and heart. What's practical, what's real, what's the truth here, what are the facts, and your intuition as well. The Page of Coins or Pentacles, the Page of Earth here, can signify being at the beginning of a new path, a new opportunity. It might be a practical path, open, eager to learn. Practical path meaning the earth energy area of our life, money, work, finances, job, property, etc. So kind of a tough decision here. We have Justice. Justice is about the rule of law, meaning honesty, transparency, honor, morals, and ethics, doing the right thing, making sure things are fair, just, equitable, and even. With the Seven of Swords, so here is the struggle right here, because the Seven of Swords, at its very base, it's a card of strategy, but it's often attached to deceit, betrayal, theft, exploitation, secrecy, hidden motives. We all operate off the grid, and you know, in terms of having hidden motives, it's a very self-serving energy. You know, I have something I want to do, acquire, gain, maintain, and so in the process of doing that, I'm going to play my cards close to my chest and kind of keep it to myself, because that's strategy. Strategizing is almost always done behind closed doors. Whether it's positive or negative remains to be seen. But here it feels like here's the struggle. You know, the struggle is wanting to achieve a desired outcome in this situation, whatever the situation is. This is a general reading, so the specific area of life might differ for those of you watching. But there's a desired outcome here. But will the end justify the means? Because it may be that in order to achieve the desired outcome, you or somebody next to you, if this is about a partnership, may have to use means that are not ethical or moral to achieve what they want, and try and justify it that way. So there's this kind of struggle energy here moving forward. It feels like you have a lot of energy and, very intentional and action-oriented energy, but it's how are you going to deal with this? And again, for some of you, it might be somebody else that's like presenting an opportunity or something. You may not know everything. They may have hidden motives. You may have to practice some caution and make sure, because part of the Two of Swords is that the choice you need to make not only with your intuition, but doing all your research, your due diligence, making sure you have all the facts. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the first half of December, Capricorn, is the King of Coins or Pentacles, the King of Earth, which is likely you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Showing up as a king, but it's a general reading, so it could be female as well. For some of you, it might be another Earth energy person. Most of you, this is just representing you in the fullness of your practical Earth energy, strong, hardworking, generous, comfort-loving self. This can also be, whatever the struggle or opportunity is, might be in the financial, material, earth energy area of your life. So let's peel it back a bit, because this whole thing feels like a bit of a moral dilemma. Whether the moral dilemma is within you, well, in order to achieve this, I'm going to have to do something that's not quite cool, right? Not quite moral or ethical, or it's kind of underhanded. Or it may be that if there's another person involved in this, a partnership, regardless of the nature of the partnership, it could be love, not really picking that up yet. More likely for some of you, some other kind of opportunity or offer. You may want to really take your time to kind of vet this person and see how they are first. So let's take a look at the overall energy or focus of that King of Coins. The Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, Temperance. A lot of earth energy here. The Five of Pentacles is a card of insufficiency and lack. In terms of money, work, it's not having any or not having enough. It's a card of it's kind of like the beggar card, right? Insufficiency and lack. And because of that, feeling like, the beggar, the person who has to ask, feeling kind of on the outside, shut out, abandoned, rejected, not good enough, right? A card of not enough. But then the Ten of Pentacles is the polar opposite of this. This is the fullness of material abundance or even emotional abundance, because it's long-term security and stability. Often inheritance or legacy is attached to this card, because what is that? That is a present sense of security and stability, but it comes from the long, slow accumulation of what went in to build it up to this, right? So that you're no longer worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And Temperance is about balance, staying grounded in the center, learning how to shift and adjust for things you can't really control without losing your center and doing spontaneous and impulsive things, right? Or even allowing yourself to get mentally really worked up about something. Temperance is about that balance between two extremes. It's like a seesaw or a teeter-totter. You can't control what the arms do, but as long as you don't run out of the center to go to those arms, you'll likely keep your balance as you learn how to shift and adjust between two things. So for many of you, it may be in the financial, material, practical aspect of life, job, work, career. Some of you, it might have something to do with legacy or inheritance, division of estate. But again, I see a moral dilemma here. It's wanting a certain thing, but maybe, for example, in an inheritance, legacy, division of estate kind of stuff, it might be, it could be anything, but this is an example, right? It might be that there's other people that are entitled to have a share to it or whatever, and maybe you're on the outs with them, or the relationship has been strained, or it's just downright bad, and you don't want them to have anything. You want to take it all, or take the majority of it, and you think you might be able to, but is that really right? Right? Something like that. And again, if this is an offer, an opportunity being presented to you, some caution is required, because the other side might have ulterior motives that are about working in their best interest and not yours. Let's take a look at the Sun and the Knight of Swords. The Sun again. Justice and the Seven of Swords again. It may be in a situation you have to be creative and cunning, strategize in order to achieve a wanted outcome. But again, I'm getting some very strong caution here. If this is your energy, the challenge here and the temptation here is in your zest, your desire, your zeal to have this certain desired outcome. You may be tempted. There's nothing wrong with being cunning and strategy, right? But there's a line at which you cross where the tactics you use become either unethical or just plain immoral, not right, dishonest, right? So again, this sort of delicate balance here. Let's take a look at Two of Swords and Page of Coins. Two of Swords and Page of Coins kind of shows that dilemma, which tells me that, at least for some of you, there is a little bit of a desire here to drawn towards trying to achieve this by doing something that maybe you wouldn't want other people to know you were doing. Again, a delicate balancing act kind of getting here. It may be that you feel whatever the desired outcome is for you, you feel you deserve it, even at the expense of everybody else, because of something you've been through. Or the other side or person didn't act right with you. And so it's almost a vindictive sort of a temptation to be vindictive in this process. Don't do that. Those things always have a way of coming back around sooner or later. The Emperor, the King of Wands. This may be the other person for some of you. Strong Aries energy here. They could be a fire sign. Strong Aries energy here. A boss, a father figure, trying to figure out, again, what the right sort of moral road is to take here. Which the Emperor, because he rules all the empire of kings and queens and kingdoms, has to kind of do that. The Emperor has to make these sometimes difficult decisions on, what is right, what is fair, what is just, and trying to temper that with some measure of compassion as well. We have the Three of Pentacles here, which is about being in alignment, teamwork, collaboration, partnership towards a common cause or common goal. The Four of Cups here, an offer or opportunity somebody's unsure of. Again, I can't tell. I think for many of you it's you, but for some of you it might be the other person. If that's the case, and all this kind of being cunning or hidden motives kind of thing is attached to the other person, again, if it's not yours, then it's the other side, the other person or persons. So be careful that you know everything as much as possible. Justice and the Seven of Swords. And for some of you, it just may be a situation where you have to be kind of cunning and kind of creative without crossing any ethical boundaries. Four of Swords and Strength. Taking a step back to rest, recover, recuperate, heal, get a different perspective. Taking a step back to get a different perspective. The Fool. Starting a brand new journey, a brand new cycle, or risky ventures. Interesting reading, Capricorn. for some of you, if this is a situation that was broken before or had something happen to it before and you're being asked to come back into it, to me it feels too high risk. Others of you, just a quick recap here, if this kind of hidden motives energy is not yours, so therefore it's attached to the other person or the other side, be very, very careful because you don't know everything that's going on here. They're operating in their best interests, not yours. And if this is your energy, then you're going to have to, again, kind of walk this tightrope between the desired outcome that you want or close to it without, and perhaps having to be creative and cunning, but not crossing any moral or ethical, red lines. Because one way or another, that stuff always comes back around. So let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Judgment. The Six of Swords. Spirit is calling you to take a moral high ground, whatever this is going to mean to you. Spirit is saying it's time to make a choice to move in a different direction, take the moral high ground. It looks like you're continuing to transit through difficult times, although the worst of it is behind you, and you're moving into a healing place. The Six of Swords is about leaving it behind you, moving into a place that's more peaceful and serene, maybe not quite to the other shore yet, non-solid ground, but headed in the right direction. But it means you have to leave a lot of old baggage and old things behind, and take the moral high road. Don't wait and try to be vindictive. It actually just ties you to the source of the pain or the conflict even more deeply. This is about Spirit saying, look, just move on. And don't do anything that's going to cross that line. The High Priestess and the Tower. Trusting your intuition, and trusting that Spirit has your best interests at heart. Even if this Tower represents something that you didn't want to happen, that really destroyed something or brought it down to the ground or crumbled something, or, it's meant for our own eventual joy and fulfillment. Even if at the time, whatever is ending or being shook up, right down to the ground, may feel challenging or painful, it's not meant for us in the long run. It's not good for us in the long run. And so Spirit comes in and kind of, rips all the old stuff out of the garden and rototills the earth so that they can plant a new and better crop. I don't know if that's a great analogy or not, but that's what came into my head. The Tower is divine timing and orchestration, whether it's viewed at the time as super positive or viewed at the time as challenging or even negative or painful. It's a process that you have to go through in order to put yourself on a better path. It happened for a reason, and that reason is to get you on a different path. And often we don't see that until we're a little bit beyond it, where it's at least a little bit in our rearview mirror. But Spirit here is saying, trust it and move on. Just take the high road and move on. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. There's all your messages for the first half of December. And for those of you for whom it resonated, made sense, hit home, if you'd like to take a deeper look at something, explore it a bit further, and reach out for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested, again, you can click on the description of this video, click on that word more to see my contact information. For those of you that care to donate in support of my channel, you'll see my PayPal link there as well. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the next set of readings. Until then, stay safe, stay well. Hope to see you back here again soon, and I hope to hear from some of you as well. Take care. Bye-bye.